Good morning, everybody. So we wanted to say a hello and show proof that the kitten cage does actually work. It works really well. And looks like somebody used the pee pad. That might have been from Mama. Because I was just taking care of the outside cats, so everybody goes behind closed doors. But so far, it contains because they are on the move now. Yeah, so the only bad thing I could see about it as far as the container goes is that with the netting on the side, little baby kittens catch their nails really easy. So that part's not so good. But other than that, everything seems okay. So, first thing I'm going to do is clean up that pee pad in the back, and then we will let everybody out so they can roam around. And we'll see how they look. Okay. So now I have opened the little door again so they can get out what they want to. Yes, Mama, and I have my baby gate up, which adult cats can just jump over, and the little ones will probably be able to scale it in a matter of a day, because anybody who's had kittens knows nothing keeps a kitten out except a closed door. Hello, guys. Okay. Yes, Mama. See, everybody can come out now. And I want to be able to show, once they're all out, that they're walking really, really good. Yeah, they're walking really good. And they're starting to climb, which is great. So I think we're going to get another one of these for Maggie Mae's kids. Yeah. Okay, guys. See? Oh, here's everybody else. Come on, look. See? You can come out. Yeah, you can step out. Come on. Well, you're not supposed to step on your brothers and sisters. You step over. You can do it. There you go. Good job. They've also started playing, which is fantastic. Hi, monkeys. Hi, monkeys. What are you doing? What are you guys doing? So I'm going to take a look later and see if I can guess who's boys and girls, because now it's a lot easier to tell what bits and pieces you're looking at. Because before, they're just too little. Yeah, see? Look, come on out. You can come on out. Good job. You too. Good job. Good job. You listen to Mama now. Right? So, from first glance, I think I had mostly boys. But I'm going to see. Because I thought about maybe naming a lot of them after, like Cinderella's mice. Like I could have Gus. We can have Gus and Jack. And I think Blossom was one of the other mice. So this is great. So this means now they're getting mobile, which is good. They will be 3 weeks old tomorrow. So probably in another week or two, I can start making what I call kitten chow oatmeal. Right, babies? Yeah, kitten chow oatmeal is, I get some kitten formula, kitten milk. And, of course, you warm it up. And take kitten chow, regular Purina kitten chow, and I put it in like a Ziploc bag, and I'll document it when I do it so you guys see. And you basically just let it sit until it gets all moist and it puffs up, and you mash it up, and it basically looks like oatmeal or grits or cream of wheat or whatever smushy breakfast you choose. And it starts introducing them into solid food. And you slowly increase the solidity of it. So in the beginning, you make it really, really watery. And then the more interested they are in solid food, you kind of make it a little more solid as it goes along. And eventually, you leave a couple of pieces that are a little more crunchy in there. And then, and they go fast too. It only takes, like, the whole process only takes a couple of weeks, a few weeks. And then they, before you know it, they're crunching on solid food. And I think somewhere around 8 weeks is when they stop nursing from mama. But they will eat solid food while they're still nursing. But I think it's usually around 4 weeks or so that you can start introducing solid food. I'll look that up again to make sure. It's been a while since I was a mama. Sylvester was the one I had to do by myself. Right. See, this time it's easy because mama's doing all the work. I'm just enjoying it. Right, mama? Right. Right. See, this time you're doing all the work. Now I just get to sit back and watch. Yeah. But overall, the playpen is really, really good. I would just worry a little bit about them getting their nails caught in the netting part, but you kind of have to have netting for ventilation. So, and nobody got caught to the part where they couldn't move. They just had to keep unhooking themselves. But I think I'm going to order a second one because Maggie May's babies are going to start being on the move in 2 weeks or so. She's about a week and a half behind Phoebe here. So, and she insists on keeping them in that cat tree in the kitchen, which scares me to death because it's up high. So I've got pillows and everything piled all around the bottom because I'm afraid we already had one fall out. I don't know if it was one of the other cats or if he got knocked out by mama, but the poor little guy was only a few days old and got a big old bump on his head. Got himself cut pretty good, so I don't know what happened. But he healed up just fine. Got him all checked out, and he's okay. Or she. I don't know what it is yet. So, poor little dude. So if it does turn out to be a boy, I'm going to name him Scar, because he's got a big old gnarly bump on his head. So I really hate that she has them in there in the kitchen, but anybody who has had a mama cat with kittens knows you can't really argue with mama cat. Because you can move them where you want them, and then the second you turn your back, she's just going to move them where she feels that they're safe. And that's just how it is. So I'm just trying to adapt to the situation as best we can to keep everybody as safe as possible. So having mama feel happy and secure, and the babies be as safe as they can is what my goal is. I know I'm not perfect, but see, we do the best we can, right? Not perfect, but we do the best we can. So, all these little monkeys just started walking last night. I came home and I was making dinner, and I was coming up the hallway, and one of them was sitting in the hallway looking at me. I was like, oh my God, how'd you get out here? I thought one of the other cats carried it, and then he promptly turned around and walked right back inside. And I just went, oh, Lord, they're mobile. Right? Say everything's all cute when they just sit in a ball and sleep. Now, it's going to hit the fan because they're all going to be running around. So I got to baby-proof my house again. But until then, I know this room is halfway decent because this is the room that I raised Sylvester in. And although he's a demon from hell, it's, safety-wise, he turned out okay. He's just mental, but that's nobody's fault. Right, Mama? See, Sylvester is just a little bit wacko. That might have been why he was left in the beginning, but that's okay. See, it's okay to not be okay, right? Right, guys? Right. So those of us that are just a little bit wacko, we need love too, so I have no problem with that. Right, guys? Speak of the devil, there he is, looking through the baby gate. So, I'm going to monitor how that goes today. with just the baby gate up, because I don't want to keep them in the pen all the time, because the whole idea that they're moving now is that they need to get their legs strong, they need to walk, they need to do their thing. They need to learn how to be cats. So I don't want to pin them up and confine them for long periods of time, but it works out good to put them in there just when I'm feeding everybody. So then we don't have to worry about them wandering off and breaking out of jail, so to speak. But overall, that pen, I'm very happy with it. It did do really, really good for a few minutes. They're not happy. They don't like to not be able to go where they want to go, but it does the job of keeping them safe when I'm not right there to watch everything that's going on. Now, during the day when I'm at work, I'll just close the door. And they can have free run of the room. Because like I said, Sylvester grew up in this room. And I'm horrible about change. I don't change anything, really. If it works, it'll stay the same way. And this room has pretty much been the same for the past, 5 years. Because it works. With exception of the computer that's in it, or was in it. Now it's a laptop. Everything else stayed exactly the same. I'm one of those people that's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So, that's basically it. So yeah, I'm definitely going to order another pen for Maggie. I'm hoping Maggie moves her kids soon, somewhere better than that daggone cat tree. But we're going to go visit her now. So, everything here looks great. Everybody's eating breakfast and they're happy. I've got the baby gate up, which probably won't hold them worth a darn, but we'll try it. Say, we'll try it. I remember I did that last time, right? When Miss Finn was, she never was a mommy. I was able to catch her and get her fixed. But Miss Finn had two sisters, named Poe and Miss Austen. And they both had, it was funny, it was the exact same thing. Poe had 4 babies and Austen had 3. Exactly what Phoebe and Maggie did. So it's crazy. It's like history repeating itself 5 years later. It's hilarious. So I got all those kittens adopted out. Austen, unfortunately, was a first-time mom at the time, and she did not do so hot. She abandoned them after 2 weeks. But between Poe and myself, with bottles, we took care of the rest. What's the matter, Phoebe? Oh, look, you just made them mad. They're like, Mama, we did not say we was done. Yeah, I know. That was Alex. Alex was just coming to say hello. That's the whole point of the baby gate, see? People can come and say hello, but they can't get to you without jumping over it. And most of our guys are lazy, and they don't want to be bothered. So you can jump it. They cannot. But they're going to climb it. Probably in about 3 days. But at least we'll have 2 days of peace, knowing that they're not going to escape the baby gate. Maybe. I don't know. I have a kitten cage over here that I bought when Sylvester was little. That was fairly expensive. Not terrible, but... and took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and cussing to put together. And I put him in it, and in about 15 seconds he escaped out the bottom. So we learned the hard way that the kitten cage does not hold little tiny kittens, because all they do is scooch their little butt right out the bottom of it. That's all they do. But when they get bigger, to the point that they can't fit out the bottom of it, then it'll hold them. And then we'll have somewhere to keep them until they're big enough to defend themselves better, because Uncle Alex plays a little rough, so I would worry about leaving them with no supervision at all without the door closed, because I would be scared that one of the other gang would get, not that they would do it on purpose. I mean, from what I've seen, None of the rest of my gang has been violent towards the little ones. But they're curious. They've never been around, babies that much. So they do the exploratory smack like cats do, where they bop them on the head and whatnot. And I don't want them to accidentally play too rough and hurt somebody. No. Okay, we'll let these guys finish breakfast and we'll go check in on Maggie. Okay, so here we are in the kitchen. And I apologize again for my obnoxious refrigerator. It's very loud, but it's an old refrigerator and it works fantastic. It's just loud. So I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I'm old and loud too, so it's okay. And there's Maggie May. Say good morning, Maggie May. Good morning, good morning. And there's Finny Foo. Say hi, Foo Foo. Good morning. And Sylvester, who hates Maggie May, so I have to constantly watch. And of course, Mr. Alex says good morning. And Miss Katie is over in the window, and Pete Loaf there is in his bed. So we're gonna come over here and just say a quick hello. This is where she insists on keeping everybody, and they're sleeping now, so it's hard to see them because it's so dark in there. But what I'm scared to death of is they fall. Like the one little dude, poor guy, took a fall and really bonked his head real good. So, and there's another level on top of that I'm hoping she doesn't decide it's a great idea to move them to. So, I also have to move my leaf blower. I did not plan on having kittens in my kitchen. Dining area, whatever you want to call it. So for right now, I just have pillows. I have a little thing propping up a towel so the air vent is not covered, and then I just have pillows everywhere because I'm scared to death one of them is going to take a tumble again. And I was lucky the first time that he got away with just a little bonk on the head. But I don't want somebody to really get hurt, So, we don't know. We'll do the best we can. I'm no expert. I just rescue who I can, and I figure, well, we'll do the best we can, and hopefully everybody will be all right. And either way, it's a better chance here than on the streets, right, guys? Right. Say better here than on the streets. I'd rather see you fall on a pillow than get hurt by God knows what out there. So that's where we're going. But I don't know if I can get... Oh, yeah, you can see a couple of them. They're getting big. They're starting to open their eyes now, which is really great. I don't know if I can get... Does this thing have a... Oh, look, it has a flash. I didn't realize that. I've had this phone for 3 years. No idea that it had a flash on it. So, there is actually 3. But it's hard to tell because the one really dark one is in with the one really dark tiger stripe, and it just looks like one big glob, but there's 2. But that's that. Okay, so we're going to turn the flash off. Yes, Mr. Alex, you are still king of the castle. Come here, my handsome man. Yeah. Yes, Alex is still king. Don't worry. You're my handsome guy, you old fart. Yeah. Yeah. And we still love you, Sylvester. Come here. Even though you're a demon from hell, we love you anyway. Come here. What? Sylvester says no touchy. Okay. Sylvester can be weird sometimes. It's got to be on his terms. When he's in the mood to cuddle, he'll crawl up and be all loving and everything is great. But if you push your luck when he does not initiate the contact, there's a pretty good chance you'll lose your face. That's just how he is. That's his personality. So, and I handled him constantly as a baby because I had to raise him. So I was always cuddling him and petting him and being good. Right, Alex? Said we always had Sylvester with us. Maybe that's why. Maybe we cuddled him too much. I don't know. And then he just went kind of cuckoo, but we'll see. Boy, you guys made a mess. We got to clean up again. I just cleaned the kitchen yesterday. You'd never know it. Sheesh. Okay. Anyhow, that's it. Sorry I babbled a lot this morning, but it is Sunday morning, and I have not had my coffee yet. What'd you think, Miss Katie? You got something to say? You got something to say, Kitty? Yeah? Okay. Anything else? Alright, she says shut up and drink your coffee, Mom. Okay, that's what we'll do. Okay, guys. But anyhow, that's it. So, hope everybody has a really good day. Please stop tearing apart the wall, honey. I know, you've got a thing with walls and screens and anything else you can tear to shreds. It's okay. Everything's fine. It's all fine. Alright. We'll see you guys. Have a good week. And take care. Bye.